Alright, settle down everybody. Are you thinking about heading to Texas? Maybe you're planning a road trip, moving for a new adventure, or maybe you're just curious about what makes the Lone Star State so unique. Before you pack your bag or buy that cowboy hat, you need this intel. Trust me, Texas is full of surprises, and you don't want to miss out on what makes it truly special. Texas is more than barbecue and country music. It's a place of wild facts, legends, and surprises. From its massive size to its quirky traditions, there's always something unexpected around the corner. Whether you're a history buff, a foodie, or just love a good story, Texas has something for everyone. So grab your sweet tea and get ready. Here are 10 mind-blowing facts that will change how you see the Lone Star State. Buckle up, because Texas is about to surprise you in ways you never imagined. Okay, first up, get ready for this one, because it's a wild ride through history. Did you know that Texas wasn't always just a state in the US? Nope. For nearly a decade, from 1836 to 1845, Texas was actually its own independent country, officially called the Republic of Texas. That means Texas had its own presidents, its own currency, and even its own national anthem. Picture this. You're traveling in the 1840s and you'd actually need a passport to visit Dallas or Houston. Pretty wild, right? The Republic of Texas even had embassies in places like London and Paris, and they negotiated treaties with other countries. Texans printed their own money, flew their own flag, and ran their own government, completely separate from the United States. So next time you meet a Texan with a little extra swagger, remember, they're not just proud Americans, but in their hearts, they're citizens of a former republic. Mind blown. Texas is its own universe. It's a place where everything feels bigger, bolder, and just a little bit more legendary than anywhere else. And nowhere is that more obvious than in Dallas, home to one of the state's most iconic figures. In this universe, meet Big Tex, the towering cowboy who's been welcoming visitors to the Texas State Fair since 1952. Standing at a jaw-dropping 55 feet tall, Big Tex is more than just a statue. He's a Texas legend. Every year, he greets millions of fairgoers with his famous booming voice. Howdy, folks! Imagine walking through the fairgrounds, the smell of fried food in the air, and suddenly looking up to see this giant cowboy tipping his hat just for you. He's the ultimate Texan, friendly, larger than life, and impossible to miss. So next time you're in Dallas during the state fair, don't forget to say, howdy folks, to the Colossus of Dallas, Big Tex himself. Get ready for this one. This is huge. If you thought you knew everything about Texas, think again. There's a secret bubbling up from the heart of Waco that's changed the way the world drinks soda. We all know Coke and Pepsi, right? The classic soda rivalry. But what if I told you that Texas is home to a legend that stands apart from both? A drink with a flavor so mysterious it sparked debates for over a century. Meet Dr. Pepper, created by pharmacist Charles Alderton in 1885, right in Waco, Texas. That's right, before Coca-Cola even hit the shelves, Dr. Pepper was already making waves. But what even is the flavor? It's not cola, not root beer, not cherry. It's a blend of 23 different flavors, all swirling together in one iconic drink. People have tried to guess the recipe for decades, but the secret remains locked away. Texas didn't just give us barbecue and cowboy boots, they gave us Dr. Pepper. It's a point of pride, a symbol of Texas creativity and originality. So next time you crack open a cold Dr. Pepper, remember, you're tasting a piece of Texas history. It's the taste of Texas. Unbelievable. Okay, let's talk about size, because in Texas, size isn't just a thing, it's the thing. We all know the phrase, everything's bigger in Texas, but you might not realize just how big. Texas covers over 268,000 square miles. It's practically its own continent. You could fit 2 United Kingdoms inside Texas and still have room left over. Driving across Texas isn't a road trip, it's a migration. From El Paso to Texarkana, a 12-hour drive. Without potty breaks, you'll need a really long playlist for this drive. By the time you're halfway, your kids might be asking for grandparents. You'll see deserts, forests, prairies, beautiful lakes and cities, all in one state. Saying you're visiting Texas is like saying you're visiting Europe. You really need to be more specific. Good luck and pack extra snacks. You're gonna need them. Alright, let's switch gears for a second. We've talked soda, we've talked size. Now let's talk about something a little more nocturnal. If you love superheroes, especially the winged kind, you'll love this. No, not Batman, but close. Texas is home to the largest bat colony in the world. Millions of bats. Every night, people gather in Austin to watch this wild spectacle. These are Mexican free-tailed bats living under the Congress Avenue Bridge, and every night they eat up to 30,000 pounds of insects. That's like 3 elephants. In bugs, it's nature's pest control, and it's totally free. So next time you're in Austin, grab a spot at dusk and watch the sky fill with bats. It's dramatic, it's beautiful, and it proves that in Texas, even the pest control is bigger and better. Everything's bigger in Texas. Hats, steaks, and even the government buildings. The Texas State Capitol in Austin, taller than the U.S. Capitol by 14 feet. It's the ultimate architectural one-upmanship. You have to respect that level of commitment. It's a monument to Texas-sized ambition. You can't help but be impressed. It's just so Texas. Inside, the grandeur continues with opulent chambers and grand hallways. The rotunda is a marvel, with intricate details that showcase the state's rich history. The Capitol grounds are equally impressive, featuring lush gardens and statues honoring Texas heroes. As the sun sets, the Capitol is bathed in golden hues, a sight to behold. It's a place where Texans and visitors alike come to marvel and be inspired. By night, the Capitol stands illuminated, a beacon of Texas pride and ambition. Truly, everything is bigger and bolder in Texas. Alright, buckle up, because this next spot is legendary. We're talking about the Alamo, right in the heart of San Antonio. It's not just a building, it's a symbol, a story, and a must-see for anyone who loves a good underdog tale. You probably know the phrase, "Remember the Alamo." But, do you know why? Back in 1836, a small group of Texans held out against a massive army for 13 days. Spoiler, it didn't end well for the defenders, but their courage inspired a revolution. Today, the Alamo is a living museum. You can walk the same halls as legends like Davy Crockett and James Bowie. And at night, the place glows with history, literally and figuratively. Plus, it's just steps away from the famous Riverwalk, so you can soak up history and then grab some legendary Tex-Mex. Whether you're a history buff or just in it for the cool photos, the Alamo is pure Texas. Seriously, it's the kind of place that makes you feel like you're part of something bigger. It's not just a landmark, it's a reminder of Texas pride, grit, and that never-quit attitude. So next time you're in Texas, don't just remember the Alamo, go experience it. Alright, this one is amazing. You know the phrase, "Don't mess with Texas." You've seen it on t-shirts, bumper stickers, even on a tough-looking biker. It sounds like the most intimidating warning ever, right? It conjures images of cowboys in a standoff defending their honor. You think it's a warning to anyone who dares to underestimate Texas. But get this, the iconic slogan started as an anti-littering campaign. Seriously, it wasn't about fighting words, it was about fighting trash. Literally, don't throw your Dr. Pepper can out the window. The campaign started in the 80s to clean up highways, and it worked. Litter was reduced by over 70%. The phrase took on a life of its own, becoming a symbol of Texan pride. So, next time you see that slogan, remember, it's a warning to litterbugs first. Only in Texas could a polite anti-litter message become a legendary motto. Absolutely brilliant. Buckle up, because we're about to launch into one of Texas's most out-of-this-world attractions, literally. Welcome to Space Center Houston, the official visitor center of NASA's Johnson Space Center, and a place where science fiction dreams turn into real-life history. This isn't just a museum, it's the beating heart of America's space program. Back in the 1960s, when President Kennedy said we'd go to the moon, Houston became mission control for every Apollo mission. Picture this, those iconic words, "Houston, we have a problem." They were actually spoken right here. If you've ever wanted to see where astronauts talk to Earth, this is the spot. But Space Center Houston isn't just about looking back. It's packed with hands-on exhibits, moon rocks you can actually touch, and even a massive Saturn V rocket lying on its side, stretching longer than a football field. You can see real spacesuits, step inside a replica of the Space Shuttle Independence, and maybe even meet a real astronaut if you time it right. And here's a fun fact. There's a tram tour that takes you behind the scenes to the actual mission control, where NASA still manages real-life space missions. You're literally walking in the footsteps of space legends, so whether you're a science buff, a space dreamer, or just looking for the perfect Instagram shot, Space Center Houston is a must-see. It's living proof that in Texas, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning. You know Six Flags? The theme parks? It's not just a random name, it's Texas history. The name Six Flags actually refers to the 6 different nations that have claimed sovereignty over Texas throughout its fascinating past. That's right, Texas has a more complicated backstory than most countries. Let's break it down. First, there was Spain, which ruled Texas for centuries, leaving behind missions and a legacy of Spanish culture. Then came France, with a brief but memorable claim. After that, Mexico took over, and you can still see Mexican influence in Texas today. The Republic of Texas was next. Yes, Texas was its own country for nearly a decade. Then, it joined the United States, but not for long. During the Civil War, Texas was part of the Confederacy. It's like Texas couldn't pick a team, so it played for all of them. Each flag represents a different era, a different story, and a different influence that shaped the Lone Star State into what it is today. So next time you're at Six Flags, remember, you're not just riding roller coasters, you're taking a wild trip through 6 chapters of Texas history. Every twist and turn is a nod to the state's epic journey. And that's a wrap, folks. Texas truly is America's wild, eccentric, and lovable uncle. I hope you enjoyed these mind-blowing Lone Star State facts as much as I enjoyed sharing them with you. From the sweeping prairies to the bustling cities, Texas is a place where legends are born and stories never end. Remember, say howdy to strangers, keep an eye out for giant cowboys, and don't mess with Texas unless you're helping to keep it clean. Whether you're road tripping down endless highways or exploring quirky, small towns, Texas always has something new to surprise you. So next time you hear a country tune or spot a Texas-shaped waffle, remember these fun facts and share them with your friends. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the Lone Star State. Stay curious, keep laughing, and don't forget to subscribe for more adventures. See y'all next time, partners.